Well, when we think about 2019, one of the key things is that with crop insurance, March 15th is the deadline day to have your crop insurance changed, updated, do anything different, cancel it. Anything that you need done with your crop insurance policy must be done in writing by March 15th. So during these cold winter months, it's a great opportunity to talk to your crop insurance agent, talk to your lender, find out what do you need, review your coverage, make sure that everything is ready to go for this year before we get to April planting when it might be too late. So when I talk about 18 going into 19 and being cautiously optimistic, in 2018 we came off a year where as a whole the Northwest Ohio area really had some good production, corn and soybeans. So that's a real positive thing, and then they had Trump bucks, for lack of a better term, that helped to kick in on the soybeans that really helped boost things up. So there was a lot of positive things coming out of 18, and as we get into 19, the bean market stayed a little higher maybe than was anticipated, and the same with the corn market, it's staying close to that $4, and so there's talk of maybe it going higher. So that's something I think that we're cautiously optimistic. We've had a couple good years of production, yet the markets are still staying up at a level where we're close to being able to maybe see some positive sales. So we don't know that that's going to happen, but we're kind of hopeful that that could be a good thing and giving guys an opportunity to sell and take advantage of that market at a break-even or better level. The 2018 Farm Bill that we just came through did not make a lot of changes to the crop insurance industry. There were a few things, but it was very minor. They tweaked it. And so what we've looked at it as an agency is just to say, well, what did change in the 2018 Farm Bill versus 2014? In 2014, they called that Farm Bill revolutionary. They really went about some different things. They came up with an ARC County plan of insurance as instead of a direct payment, they could get a payment based on the ARC County or price loss coverage, which they call PLC. And the majority, over 80%, 90% of the farmers went into the ARC County for both their corn and their soybean acres. Starting now in the 2018 Farm Bill, it isn't revolutionary, it's evolutionary. They basically took what was there from 2014 and tweaked it. So now farmers will have the option again to elect, well, do I want to put my corn under this farm serial number in the ARC County program, or do I want to put that in the price loss coverage or the PLC program? When it was done prior, it was a one-time commitment. You chose and you had to live with it. Starting in 2019-2020, you will elect again either ARC County or ARC or the PLC for those 2 years. Beginning in 2021, you'll be able to elect every year by crop, by farm serial number, we assume, what you want to do, whether it's ARC County, ARC individual, or price loss coverage. And so because of that, we think it's going to be very important for farmers to go up to the Farm Service Agency, get your report of what does each farm serial number, what is the base acres, and what is the yield assigned with that farm serial number. And if you can update your yield from 2017 back to 2013, if you can improve that yield, I think folks are going to want to do that. Just because maybe this year you don't want that price loss coverage, but starting in 2021 or 2022, you might look at price loss coverage and say, you know, I have a greater opportunity to get a payment there than I do on the ARC County. So maximizing that payment or that potential payment will be big, and so I think folks are going to want to try to update their yield at the Farm Service Agency. When I think about 2019 and with crop insurance, I guess the biggest key that I want to stress to some of the farmers is just be prepared. Go over everything thoroughly. It doesn't matter who your agent is. Make sure you sit down with them and review it. Review your policy. Make sure that we have the correct entity on there. Make sure that the type of coverage you have is what you need. And I think knowing your financials, knowing your break even outside of crop insurance, and then fitting your crop insurance coverage to match that, to help that, to work with your marketing plan is going to be imperative, because it doesn't look like a year where as we go into the year you're saying, wow, this is a very profitable year. This is going to be a tight, tough year where preparation, knowing your break even, and knowing how to fit marketing with crop insurance to at least get to the break even is going to be crucial. And so that preparation now I think will be key.